Okay, we are at the end of day 3, and I'm speaking quietly because I'm out in the foyer and everybody else is sleeping. So I wanted to just capture my thoughts because I didn't do a videotape yesterday and remember what I've experienced so far. We have the most incredible group of people who are serving and giving together, and we have a really great synergy. It's been a great experience so far. Yesterday, I was able to go to a Latter-day Saint church for the second time while I've been in Haiti, and that was a fun opportunity for me to connect with the people that I'm familiar with and see the faith and the hope of people from this culture. And there were several of us that went together, and it was just a lot of fun. So that was in the morning, and we came back in the afternoon and we worked within the community. There's so much that we get to do while we're here, and so walking among the people, working with the people, specifically working with skincare, working with infections. After church yesterday, it was profound. I was able to teach a Days for Girls class, and in the Days for Girls class, we cover things like healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit, healthy planet, and we talk about the importance of who we are. But one of the most important things that I talk about is how we are more alike than we are different. How women are beautiful. It doesn't matter what color skin you have or what color your eyes are or your color of your hair. We all come from different lives and lifestyles, and whether you're from Haiti or America, it doesn't matter, and we have these things in common. So we are empowering these women. We started out with 12 people in the class, and by the end of the class we had almost 60 people there, and the women were interactive. They enjoyed the class. It was a lot of fun. It was such a great experience for our volunteers to see what it looks like to be in a culture where for the first time they're learning about their bodies, and they're so excited. They're so appreciative. The Days for Girls kits are so important. Many of these women don't have supplies for their monthly cycle, and they're not able to be part of the community during that time or even go to school. So this is a really neat opportunity for us to give them the supplies that they need that will last for at least 2.5 to 3 years. Many of the women don't have the money to buy Kotex is what they call them here, and those reusable supplies. Plus, we're trying to clean up the environment and teach them about trash. So these reusable kits from Days for Girls is a very, very helpful addition. My favorite part of the class, and I think everybody's as well, and it's very eye-opening, is we take glitter. We put a little bit on their hands, and we teach them about picking up trash and hygiene, and we talk about how viruses and bacteria spread, and we talk about the importance of keeping the trash picked up off the earth so that the infections aren't created through maybe a cut or a scrape or something like that. And they really get the idea. We also talk about STDs in that way and how being with one partner is so important. And they really understand and they get it, and they love the Let's bracelets. Those bracelets are completely changing and solidifying the information that we're teaching in the Days for Girls class about how to track their cycle, how to plan pregnancies on purpose with their partners. And this is the first time. It actually went really well, so I think I want to do this in the future each time, is that it's not just for girls. We have to kind of change the name of the class from Days for Girls Kits, which is what we're using and handing out, to something like Essentials, I don't know, I'm going to think about the name, but Essential Health or something, because we're talking about all of the facets of well-being, of how do you take care of your body, things that maybe they haven't thought about before, of having more water or making sure their elimination channels are working. There's so many things here that we don't consider or think about in the States that are so important to them. The other thing that we did was really walk into the community, and I had a beautiful experience as we were walking in to the home and meeting my interpreter, a female interpreter, Landy, her parents and her family, and we heard this family across the way singing. It was so amazing. It was Sunday afternoon, and they were singing a church hymn. And so I told her to tell the family how much we appreciated that. And so she said, I'll introduce you. So she took us over there, and I asked them if they would sing that song again. And I taped a piece of it until my phone died. It was outstanding. I could feel the love of that family. They were together playing a game, and they were singing, and I think they were just having a family night of being together, and it was so noticeable. And it's people like that that really give me hope, and that's what we're doing here. And it's not just Haiti. I mean, Haiti is, it has its challenges, but we have the same challenges in America of keeping our families together, and the importance and the values that we teach our kids, the priority that we set as making the time to teach our family these things. So we came back up to Bassan Bleu and had some time with our team and our staff, and we did a round circle. That's something that we do at the end of each night. And to hear what everybody thought at the end of that first night yesterday was really important. Actually, today's not day 3, today's day 2. It was really our first full day, day 2. It's our 3rd day we're here, but the first day, we really just settled in. So day 2, we went around the circle and really learned how people felt, and it was very touching to see their impressions and what people think about Haiti before they come here and what they get to experience once they're actually here. It's beautiful. So we did that again tonight. I'll talk about that in a minute, but today was another adventure. We woke up today and it was the legacy project. Each group that we bring, we leave a legacy project with. So on this project, we were able to go up to the school and meet with all of the children. So there's about 150 kids in the staff, plus all of our volunteers. And then of course you have parents and siblings and things like that. But we met there and we played games, we had stations, and one of the most wonderful things we did was paint some rocks. One of our volunteers this time, Melissa, she brought this Paint a Rock project that has gone around the world. So I want to show you some of the rocks that we painted. Like we painted, these were all given to me today, and they were really special because each one of them was from a specific person who really cares about me and took the time as we were doing this project to think of me and to give me these rocks personally. And I love them, and they're gonna go home and they're gonna be in my little treasure box to remember these moments. Each of the projects that we did enhanced the relationships, and to see the kids playing and to have fun, that was so much fun. And then they put a program on for us at end of the school party program where they did some drama, they acted, they read poetry, some of them danced, some of them sang. It was amazing. It was really beautiful to see the kids in the educational part of who they are. And that lasted all morning, and then we took this mountainous, beautiful we walked up the mountains. We were exhausted. That's what you hear in my voice is exhaustion, but it's a good exhaustion to exercise. Talk about CrossFit on steroids up these hills and carrying bags and the things that we need. But we went to one of the homes that had 9 people living in this unbelievable space. You can't even stand up in it. It's like a tent. It's like this space with straw hut. And we showed the volunteers the before and the after of the home that we built, and the commitment level of how we are encouraging and requiring the people we build homes for and sponsor their children for school to give back to their community. And we saw the stagings. It was interesting to go from a hut where it was a dirt floor and just not a good situation. When it rains here, it pours. And so to know that entire place is wet and there's mold and we have infections, and move them into a new house that's just small, just a little place. But when we ask them what it is that they're looking for in a home, they just want to be dry and have a safe place for their family. So we show the volunteers that, and then we went down and we met this man and his home. Now we've known him before, but Andis wanted to bring the volunteers there. And this was a man who started out as a taxi driver. He didn't even own his own motorcycle, so he worked for somebody driving a taxi. He saved all of his money for 3 years and started to build a home. This home is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful homes of the average person that I've ever seen in Haiti. It has like 1, 2, 3 rooms, a bathroom that's not complete, and large closets, and it has a nice deck on the front, like it's like a place where they can sit at night or in the day. It has trees. He even had water purification system thing, and like he collects the water as it's raining, and he's got buckets to water his plants, and there's plants everywhere. It's really beautiful. And I asked him if he would share with me his story. And he told us that. He said, I've learned to save my money. I've learned to manage my money well. And he said, then I started investing in other things. And now he invests in wood. Wood is very rare there. So now he has a business. He owns his own bike, and he's still a taxi driver. But he lives in a really wonderful lifestyle. And so you go that contrast from the hut to these stages of progression and the mindset that's possible. And it was very, very clear. And I asked him if he thought that he could teach that. And I wondered why everyone's not living like that. But he's an entrepreneur. He's an innovator. He's a free thinker. And he said, I can teach that. And he said, I'd like to start with the children. So we have a summer program that we're starting because school's out now and the kids don't have anything to do. And so it's people like that within the community that we're willing to and able to really help teach their own people. I was able to hire my wellness director. I'm so excited to hire her because she was the woman from the Days for Girls class last trip who stood up and said, I'm 40 years old. I have 6 children. 5 of them are daughters. She said, no one's bothered to tell me about my cycles, to tell me when I could or could not get pregnant. I didn't know anything about my body. And I'm frustrated, I'm angry, and yet I'm so grateful. And this will help our children not suffer and not be in poverty. And that touched me. And I went into her home, and it was meticulous. And I saw the talents that she had and how she was money managing. She makes less than $100 a year, and yet her kids are in school. They're farmers, so they're eating off of what they have, but it's a seasonal crop of corn and beans that they grow. That's all they live off of. So she was sponsored, and through the sponsorship, where instead of paying for her kids' school, paying for food, paying for uniforms and books, and making sure that they have the health cares and the food that they need, I hired her so that she can help us, and she has a job, and then she can pay for her own expenses. And like this other gentleman, they can save up for what they need. So we're partnering now in a very positive way within the community members as we get more and more information about them. What a beautiful gift. So today was a really good day. We actually showed the kids a movie. We hung up a sheet and watched some movies in French, some educational and some fun movies. Tomorrow or the next night we're watching a movie, and we've got a telescope that we're going to watch some astronomy, and we're doing powerful things. And I want to remember these moments. I want to invite every one of you to find your fire, find what you're passionate about, and live that. Make a difference. Stretch yourself big. What are the possibilities? What are your possibilities? What can you do? What are the solutions for the things that you're thinking most about? So grateful that I'm here. It's not always easy for me to come. I'm tired today, but you know what? It's a good tired because I did something that was meaningful today. And I was able to go up to the waterfalls today and to just feel the breeze and feel the cool air and to wash my body and to see the volunteers enjoying such a beautiful and pristine part of nature, and the stark contrast from the homes and the poverty and moving into this beauty of nature and how it can heal us, and to see them have fun and to play and to see their joy. They're so happy, they're so free, they don't have debt, they don't carry the workload that we do. To come here is a freedom, it's like a vacation to see the possibilities. So that's the end of the night, listening in the round circle to everybody's experiences throughout the day. Some people were angry, some people were frustrated, some people were surprised by the emotions that they felt of little things. And it's so good at the end of the day to be able to just express those things. And I'm touched by their words. And it's interesting, every one of them wants to sponsor a family. Every one of them wants to come back. They're already talking about when I come back again. So I really invite you to come with us, to see life through a different set of lenses, even if you came just once. If you don't want to come, be a part of the change. Serve in your own communities, do something, or donate to us. We need medical supplies, we need oils, we need a lot of things, and what we need is changes of heart, hands, people who are willing to come and to serve. Thank you so much for listening, and signing off for day 3, and look forward to seeing the adventures tomorrow, because we're going to take them on a very special field trip to Jacmel. And we know, especially for the teenagers, this trip will change their life. So we're going to report on that tomorrow.